Previously on the Real Estate Podcast.
South Africa, our colleagues have super. We watch TV.
Sure.
So South Africa is doing a good job. So we need to also emulate.
Awesome.
So that way we also move forward.
Sure.
In our, in our attitude towards these things. We have to pay for services. Nothing gets done.
Awesome.
You have to pay for it. There's nothing for free. Maybe only the air we're breathing.
Yeah,
that's it.
That's true. How has been your experience working with real estate agents, as it were, in actually offloading?
I think real estate agents. I think really my experience has been fair because what I've done is I'm very picky in terms of who I work with.
Sure.
So I can honestly say that I've identified maybe up to 5 people, real estate agents that I'm happy with, and those are the ones I'm working with.
And what are the trends that you are looking for? As in that you have actually been spotting in those.
The trends are attention to detail.
Awesome. Okay.
Okay. Paying attention to the detail. Honesty.
Sure.
In terms of making sure you give the clients the correct information. Then the other aspect that I have seen is just working quickly.
Awesome.
Time management is also very important, and being in the right place at the right time.
At the right time.
And then also being aggressive without being offensive.
Awesome.
So being able to, I look for people who can explain my product as if I'm explaining it.
Awesome.
Details. So those are the people. So I've just selected 4 or 5.
Awesome.
I tried other ones, and the other ones that I have not liked, I just let them go.
Awesome.
Because time is money, so I don't have time to be quarreling with people. So if you don't do what I want, I don't deal.
Awesome.
I'm very selective. So if you're working well, no problem. If you're not, I get rid of you.
Awesome.
So it's a simple arrangement. Nothing complicated rather.
Sure. I don't know how profitable your business is in terms of you being a developer. We are talking on the real estate point of view because we help sell and we get the commissions. But looking at how the Zambian economy is doing right now, and hey, I know we are not experts right now. I don't know if the debt restructuring is actually favoring us, and how can we actually look at the economy stabilizing, or how is it favoring you as a developer in terms of the dollar going up and down against the kwacha?
So I think in my case, in terms of profitability, the margins are tight because we're working in a tight environment. The infrastructure I've talked about is not cheap.
Sure.
So to put it in and to put it in properly, it costs a lot of money.
Sure.
But I think in general, we're committed to be able to do things properly.
Sure.
And the good thing is that in our case, we're working in phases. So
Awesome.
also working in phases, we're on a long journey. So I'm done with my phase 1. I saw phase 2, phase 3. Then after that, I can do phase 4, 5, 6. So maybe by the time I'm reaching a different phase, I'll be doing better than I'm doing now.
Awesome.
So for us, we have a long-term vision.
Okay, sure.
Property is long-term. It doesn't take. It's not an instant. It's not an instant success.
Okay.
And so in terms of the general macroeconomic conditions in the country, obviously the debt restructuring is favorable. Having a stable exchange rate is fantastic because it creates confidence. People know that now Zambia is ready for business. So as an example, people say, why do we need the IMF?
Yeah.
The IMF, I see it as the IMF has given us a report card.
Awesome.
Saying these guys are okay.
Awesome.
They are doing things properly. So that report card, you can be able to present it to other people who can be able to say, okay, since you have been vetted by the IMF, we can deal with you. So for me, that's how I see it. I see it's a reference point.
Awesome.
It's a referral. So it's not a question of, it's only 108. It's not the money.
Awesome.
It's the fact that Zambia has been told, or Zambia has been given, an approval, saying now they have worked, they are ready for business. Credibility. These guys are credible because they are able to do what is required. And I think it's important for business people to be abreast of things.
Awesome.
So one has to be able to pay attention. When the Minister of Finance is talking, listen.
Awesome.
And then also we need to do a lot, reading culture. in Zambia. You know, it's that type of thing. Everyone wants to go to Facebook and just people want to be told instead of finding out for themselves. So I think it's very, very important. Like as an example now,
Sure.
they have circulated the budget.
Sure.
Is it? I don't know if it's the green paper, whatever they call
Yeah.
it. I mean, have people read it? I've read it.
Yeah.
So the important thing is you must get first-hand information for yourself and read it.
Sure.
So that way, as a business person, you can be abreast of what is happening. So that way, when the exchange rate is going up or down, you don't get shocked.
You don't get shocked.
Because you are aware that they have been briefing you. When the
Awesome.
governor talks about the fact the monetary policy, you must pay attention because that has a direct impact on your business. So for business, we cannot operate in a vacuum. We need to be economically savvy. I'm not an economist, but I must be aware of what's going on at the macroeconomic level, because the macroeconomic level affects me at the micro
Sure.
level. So I think that's something that I found is very important. We have to be alert
Awesome.
to what's going on in the country.
Awesome. We'll go on a short break as we continue our discussion with Mumeka Wright.
Are you thinking of where to buy credible and secure land in Zambia? Makeni Heights is the place. We are situated about 15 kilometers south of Lusaka. We offer premium serviced plots in a gated community with all-weather roads, access to water, a sewer network and electricity. You can start building immediately. You pay 30% of the plot price. Don't be left out. Call us today on 0977 771898 or 0957 944469, or better still, send us an email at makeniHeights@gmail.com. Visit our website at www.makeniHeights.com or come in person to plot number 88 off Makeni Road, Lusaka.
Getting back to the Makeni Heights, who have been your sole clients? Is it the people from the diaspora or even the locals?
Local. For us, I would say it's 50-50.
50-50.
So the local people are buying, and also the Zambians living abroad are buying. Both
And
of both.
how are you pricing them?
Same.
Is it in dollars and kwacha?
No,
Or
I mean
dollars
kwacha.
for the diaspora and
No,
kwacha from
no.
within?
For me, what I do, it's I've learned also in this business, it's better to have one standard price.
Okay.
So it's a standard price. Initially I was charging in dollars for everybody.
Yep.
When the economy was more unstable, but
Yeah.
now the economy is stable, so we're charging in kwacha.
Okay, that's actually a question that everybody would want to ask, because for a development like yours, you would actually think one would actually price it in dollars, but you are actually doing it in
Yeah, we're
kwacha.
pricing it in kwacha because of the fact that we, I think, took a deliberate decision to believe what the government was telling us, that things would get better.
Awesome.
So we just said, okay, let's go for it. And we are very happy that we did. Initially we were in dollars and it was very difficult to sell because our product is a medium cost product.
Sure.
And the competition, others are pricing it in kwacha. So we changed to kwacha, and it was literally like an overnight change.
Yeah.
So for us, we're confident. It's kwacha, and it's part of business. It's part of business management. You manage the ups and downs.
And downs, yeah.
So when dollar goes up, down, you pay attention, but you hold tight.
Why Makeni of all the locations? You would have picked Minwood Ibex. You would have picked Chongwe. You would have picked Great North Road, Kawe and all, but you picked Makeni. Makeni is, for some of us, we think it's a farm location.
Yes. So the reason why Makeni is simply because that's where the land was.
Okay.
So it's better to work the adding value.
Yeah.
So it was farmland, and so that's what we have. You work with what you have. So that's why it's in Makeni, because that's what we have.
Awesome.
So we added value to what was existing. Instead of spending money buying a piece of land, you add value to what you have. So that's what I had. So it was Makeni, and then you try and market it the best way you can to be able to attract people to the development.
Okay. And possibly if we talk about amenities, what is close there? Because,
so close there, close there. I don't know if Makeni Mall is close, but decent. It's close.
Yeah.
We have Makeni Mall, we have Cosmopolitan Mall.
Sure.
And then the other thing is that within Makeni, there are small shops that are coming up.
Oh, yeah.
And eventually, perhaps, I'm also thinking of maybe doing a commercial in future as well to add value. But you need to create the community first for that. Filling station, shopping area. Yeah. So the good thing is Makeni is growing.
Awesome.
So now one can be able to purchase quite a lot. And the good thing, because it's half farmland, the vegetables are cheap. So I buy my eggs, my vegetables. So it's a win-win situation. Bananas are excellent there.
Sure.
So it's okay. So the mixed farmland and I guess residential, it's okay. It works because at least the vegetables are fresh and they're cheaper than buying at a supermarket here in town.
Yeah.
next time on the Real Estate Podcast.
What the real estate agents need to do, people need to create linkages
Sure.
amongst themselves. Okay, so as an example, the reality is that when one is dealing in a sector like such as ours, people are at different levels.
Sure.
You have those who have been in the industry for maybe 10, 15 years,
True.
and they've done a lot.